In a kingdom tucked between the ribs of two great blue mountains lived Princess Elara, unlike the princesses you read about in old stories. Elara didn't care much for silken slippers or sitting still for portraits. She was known as the Little Princess, not just because she was young, but because she had a peculiar habit of finding magic in the very smallest things. One Tuesday, while the royal tutor was going on and on about the history of grain exports, Elara noticed something much more interesting, a single iridescent dragonfly was trapped behind the stained glass of the library window the moment the tutor's back was turned. She didn't just open the window, she climbed right out of it. She followed the dragonfly, her new guide, past the perfect rose gardens and deep into the whispering woods. There was a place the palace guards called untidy and unnecessary because the trees grew wild, and the moss was as thick as a velvet carpet. It was here that Elara discovered the dragonfly. It wasn't leading her away, it was leading her to something. Deep in the woods, in the hollow of an ancient oak tree, sat a stone troll no bigger than a teapot. He was weeping silent, pebbly tears, his favorite bioluminescent mushroom. His only source of light had stopped glowing. "It's just a small light," the troll sniffled, his voice like gravel, "but it's the only one I have." Elara knew that back in the palace, they would have simply bought 1,000 candles, but here, that wouldn't work. She looked closely at the mushroom and saw it was covered in a thick layer of dust. Elara didn't have a magic wand, but she did have the hem of her royal tunic, which she used to gently buff the dust away. She took a tiny silver thimble from her pocket and used it to fetch a single drop of dew from a nearby fern. As she worked, she hummed a soft, gentle melody, a tune her mother used to sing. As the dust cleared and the cool moisture hit the spores, the mushroom flickered. Then it burst into a soft, pulsing violet glow. The troll's face lit up, his craggy skin smoothing into a wide, happy smile. When Elara finally returned to the palace, her knees were stained green and her hair was full of twigs. The queen sighed, and the king checked his pocket watch. "Where have you been, Elara?" he asked. "You've missed your lessons on the importance of grandeur." Elara looked down at her small, dirt-smudged hands and thought of the tiny troll and his precious violet light. "I was learning that the world doesn't stay bright all on its own," she said softly. "Sometimes the smallest things just need someone to notice they've gone dark." From that day on, she was still called the Little Princess, but the forest folk knew her by another name, the Keeper of Small Lights. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.